You wake up before sunrise, before the streetlights have faded, before the first car moves down the road. The world outside your window is still dark, still cold, still half asleep, and then you hear it. One bird, singing from the same branch, again and again. At first, it feels peaceful, almost beautiful, like nature is gently waking up before you. But listen closer. That sound is not soft. It is not random. It is sharp, repeated, urgent. The bird is not singing because it is happy. It may be warning another bird to stay away. It may be announcing that this yard belongs to it. It may be calling for a mate, testing danger, or sending a message every other bird understands instantly. Humans have heard this sound for centuries, but we may have misunderstood it completely. But once you understand what that song really means, your backyard will never sound innocent again. You stand near the window, holding your morning coffee, listening to the first notes rise from the trees. To you, it sounds calm, familiar, safe. A bird sings from the fence. Another answers from the roof. A third calls from somewhere deep inside the bushes. The whole yard slowly fills with sound, like the morning is opening its eyes. But then something changes. One bird suddenly sings louder when another bird lands nearby. Another bird goes completely silent when a shadow moves across the grass. A small shape darts from one branch to another, then sings again from a higher place, as if it wants to be heard by everything around it. You begin to wonder, why would a tiny animal announce itself in a world filled with cats, hawks, snakes, storms, and hungry rivals? Why make noise when silence could keep it alive? Because birdsong is not just music. It is pressure. It is instinct. It is survival wrapped inside beauty. And the first clue is this. Birds often sing the loudest when life around them is most dangerous. You hear the same bird every morning from the same branch, same tree, same direction, same little burst of sound before the sun fully rises. To you, it feels like a routine, maybe even a greeting. But to every other bird nearby, that song may mean something much stronger. It means, this place is taken. The branch, the feeder, the hedge, the roofline, the nest hidden somewhere in the leaves, all of it may belong to that bird in a way you cannot see. There are no fences in the air, no signs nailed to the trees, no borders drawn across your lawn. But birds hear borders. Their world is mapped by sound. When one bird sings from a high point, it is not just filling the silence. It is drawing an invisible line through the yard. It is telling rivals, do not come closer. I am already here. And this matters because fighting is dangerous. A bird that gets injured may not fly well. A bird that loses energy may not escape a predator. So the song becomes a safer weapon, a warning before violence, a fence made of sound. And when another bird answers back, the peaceful morning suddenly becomes a hidden battlefield. Now you notice something stranger. One bird sings from the maple tree. Another answers from the neighbor's roof. Then the first bird sings again, louder this time. The second bird replies faster. The air between them begins to feel tense, even though nothing looks dramatic. No claws, no wings crashing, no chase, just sound. But in the bird world, this may already be a confrontation. Before birds fight, they often test each other. A song can become a challenge. Its rhythm, strength, length, and confidence can reveal how powerful the singer is. A weak bird may stop. A stronger bird may keep going. A rival may move closer, or decide the risk is not worth it. You hear melody. Another bird hears a question. Are you strong enough to face me? This is where the psychology becomes intense. A singing bird is not hiding. It is exposing itself. Every note makes it easier to locate. Rivals can hear it. Mates can hear it. Predators may hear it too. So singing is not simple joy. It is a risk taken in public. And the more you listen, the more it feels like the bird is not performing for you at all. But the strangest part is that birds do not only sing to enemies sometimes, they sing because they are being watched. Look outside again. A bird lands on an exposed branch, not deep inside the leaves, not hidden in the safe shadows. It chooses a visible place where its body can be seen and its voice can travel. At first, this seems foolish. Why would something so small stand where a hawk might spot it? Why call attention to itself when the world is full of danger? Because sometimes, in nature, being noticed is the point. For many birds, song can be a performance of survival quality. A strong, clear, repeated song may tell nearby birds, "I am healthy. I have energy. I can defend this place. I survived long enough to sing from here." To a potential mate, that may matter. The bird's voice is not just sound. It is evidence. You may think you are hearing cheerfulness, but another bird may be judging stamina, timing, confidence, and control. How long can it sing? How clearly? From what location? Does it sound weak, rushed, nervous, or strong? That exposed branch becomes a stage. But it is a dangerous stage. Every note says, "I am here." And in the wild, being found can be deadly. And this is where the song becomes even darker because predators may be listening too. There is a moment every backyard watcher knows, even if they have never thought about it deeply. The yard is full of birdsong. Then, suddenly, silence. No warning that you can understand. No obvious movement. Just a sudden emptiness, as if someone has removed sound from the air. Then you see it. A shadow passing over the grass. A cat moving near the fence. A hawk circling high above the rooftops. Now the silence makes sense. A bird song can reveal location. A predator does not need to understand the message to use the sound. It only needs to know where the sound is coming from. That means every singing bird is balancing danger. It must be loud enough for rivals and mates to hear, but not so careless that it becomes an easy target. It must announce itself, but also survive the announcement. This is why timing matters. Dawn is not random. In the early morning, sound can travel well. The air may be cooler. Human noise may be lower. The world has not fully woken up yet, but danger is still there. You may notice the song. The bird notices everything around the song. And when danger can silence a bird, one question becomes impossible to ignore. Why do so many begin singing before the sun even rises? Step outside before sunrise, and the sound can feel almost unreal. One bird starts, then another, then another. Within minutes, the trees, roofs, wires, and hedges seem alive with voices. The whole neighborhood becomes a chorus before most humans have opened their eyes. People call it beautiful, and it is. But beauty is not the same as peace. The dawn chorus is one of the most powerful communication moments in the bird world. Each bird may be sending a different message at the same time. One is claiming territory. One is warning rivals. One is trying to attract a mate. One is announcing that it survived the night. To you, it blends into one soft morning song. To birds, it may be a living map. Who is here? Who is strong? Who disappeared overnight? Which territory is still defended? Which voice sounds weaker than yesterday? Darkness changes everything. During the night, small birds face cold, hunger, predators, and uncertainty. By morning, the world must be reset. The songs begin again. And with them, the invisible social order returns. That means the dawn chorus may not be a celebration. It may be a roll call. A neighborhood of tiny survivors announcing, "I am still here." And, hidden inside that chorus, may be one of the most emotional messages in the bird world. Imagine the bird you hear every morning. While you were sleeping safely behind walls and glass, that bird was outside in the dark. It may have clung to a thin branch through cold wind. It may have hidden from owls. It may have gone hours without food. It may have lowered its body temperature, conserved energy, and waited for light. For a small bird, night is not just darkness. It is a test. So when that bird sings at first light, the sound carries more weight than you may realize. It may be showing that it still has strength. It still has energy. It still owns its place in the world. A weak bird may sing less. It may sing later. It may stay quiet to avoid attention. But a strong bird can afford to announce itself early. You hear a simple tune, but nearby birds may hear proof of life. This does not mean birds are singing with human happiness. It is not joy in the way people imagine it. It is something older, sharper, and more instinctive. Presence. Condition. Survival. a tiny voice rising after a dangerous night. But some birds take this even further, changing their songs depending on who is listening. Once you start paying attention, the song outside your window does not sound the same anymore. The bird may sing one way when the yard is empty, another way when a rival appears, and another way when a mate is nearby. It may sing louder when the street becomes noisy. It may change position before calling. It may stop instantly when another bird gives an alarm. This is where birds begin to feel less like background nature and more like thinking creatures. Many birds are not simply making noise, they are reacting, adjusting, choosing. Some birds learn songs from others. Some develop local sounds, almost like neighborhood accents. Some mimic. Some repeat phrases. Some change volume depending on the environment. Some use calls that warn of danger, keep groups together, or signal movement. You may have spent years hearing birdsong as decoration, but now it begins to sound like decision-making. The bird is watching the world. It is measuring risk. It is reading movement, light, sound, distance, and attention. Then it sends the signal that fits the moment. That is not random. That is awareness. A backyard may look quiet to you, but to birds, it is filled with information moving in every direction. And once you hear that network, one question becomes impossible to ignore. What else have birds been telling us all along? So, what is the secret reason birds sing? It is not one simple answer. And it was never just happiness. Birds sing because sound helps them survive. They sing to defend space, to attract mates, to warn rivals, to show strength, to announce presence, to prove they are still alive, to communicate identity, condition, location, and intent. Humans simplified it because the sound was beautiful. But nature does not become harmless just because it sounds beautiful to us. A bird on a branch is not decorating your morning. It is taking part in an ancient system of signals. Its song may shape where other birds land, who dares to approach, who retreats, who listens, and who survives. You look back at the same yard, but now it feels different. The fence is not just a fence. The tree is not just a tree. The silence is not empty. The song is not innocent. Every note may carry hunger, fear, rivalry, attraction, memory, and intelligence. The bird is small, but the message is not. So, the next time a bird sings outside your window, listen carefully, because it may not be singing for you. Now return to that same window. The sky is pale. The yard is slowly waking. Somewhere in the branches, the bird begins again. But this time, you do not hear it the same way. You do not simply hear a pretty sound floating through the morning. You hear a message from a hidden world that has always been around you. A world above your fence, inside your hedges, on your roof, and in the trees you pass without looking. That small bird may be defending a territory you cannot see. It may be warning a rival you have not noticed. It may be calling to a mate, testing the air for danger, or announcing that it survived another night in a world much harsher than your peaceful backyard suggests. And that is what makes birds so mysterious. They live beside us, but not beneath us. They are not just background creatures. They are watchers, messengers, survivors, and signalers in a language older than human speech. Maybe the real mystery was never that birds sing. Maybe the real mystery is that we heard them every day and never understood what they were saying. So, comment below. What is the strangest bird behavior you have ever noticed near your home? Because somewhere outside your window, a bird may be speaking, and now, for the first time, you know it was never just a song.